The beauty and peace of a pool in your own backyard or open water at the end of your yard just can't be beat, but it can be broken.
My son wasn't even 2 yet, and he had gone out to the pool to get a toy he'd left there earlier.
I was planning a party. The baby was sleeping on the couch. My friends were over, we were talking. All of a sudden, we noticed that the baby was gone. I thought that he went to the playroom. One friend was in the pool, passing my baby, who was blue.
Drowning is a leading cause of unintentional injury death for children under 5, and most of those deaths occur in a home pool. Drowning is second only to traffic accidents for older children and young adults. But drowning doesn't have to happen. There are lots of easy things you can do to prevent drowning. In fact, it's as simple to create drowning prevention layers as it is to make a sandwich or get dressed in the morning. The National Drowning Prevention Alliance stresses that no one device or solution can prevent child drownings, so you want to create layers. In fact, parents, grandparents, and caregivers must use layers of protection to create several different obstacles, each preventing toddler access to the water. Each layer or obstacle is a separate attempt to prevent a child from getting to the pool or spa or waterfront without an adult watching. Each layer or strategy must be used constantly. Each layer must be used simultaneously with the others. Then fear can be reduced. Undistracted adult supervision is the key to prevent drowning when children are playing in or near the water. Designating an adult to watch is the first rule. Teaching the children that they can only swim when they can see an adult's eyes are watching them is rule number 2. Creating rules and enforcing them consistently goes a long way toward creating a safer pool home for children. No adult can watch a child 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, so creating a system of layers preventing access to the water allows children to be children and adults some peace of mind. Now let's take a walk through a safer home. Bathrooms create the greatest risk for drowning inside the home. Simply closing the door is the first layer, draining the bathtub and sink is the second layer, and closing the lid to the toilet is third. Toilet locks and door locks add extra layers. Never leave a child alone in a bathtub, even for a second. Mop buckets, aquariums, and coolers must be drained immediately after each use. Store them where young children can't reach them, and they can't get refilled unnoticed, such as in the rain. All windows and doors from the house to the pool should have elevated locks and alarms to notify adults when opened. Isolation fencing should be installed around the pool or spa with self-closing, self-latching gates, even if it's located inside your fenced porch. The gate is the weakest point in this drowning prevention layer, so it's imperative that it be self-closing and self-latching. Then, arms full of children and toys won't prevent the gate from being closed immediately after each use. Another barrier you can use is a safety cover, not to be confused with a solar cover or dirt and debris cover, which can trap a child underwater. You can get more ideas on safety barriers at www.ndpa.org. Installing pool, gate, and wrist alarms can alert adults if access to the water has been made despite other layers. Alarms may be your last line of defense to allow an adult to respond to an emergency quicker. Do not rely on any one of these methods. Use as many as possible. When using the pool, there are other layers of protection you can create. A poolside telephone with the address clearly written on the phone is an essential part of a safe pool. Many children drown in the few moments it takes for an adult to go answer the phone. We suggest you make grabbing a phone as much of a habit as grabbing your towels. Another layer is to always make sure there is a clear view of the pool or spa from the house by clearing away vegetation or other obstacles. Make it a habit to look at the pool every chance you get. Check to see whether your neighbor's pool is locked either by gate or by a pool fence. If not, make sure your children know that it is not safe to go near that pool without you or another grown-up with them. Tell them it is okay to tell you if another child goes near the water by himself. Keep noodles, a kickboard, or ring flotation device by the pool. Never get in the water to rescue someone if you can help them by reaching or throwing a ring to pull them to safety. A long pole with a brush or hook attached can be extended to a child or adult who is struggling in the water while you remain balanced on dry land. Be sure you and your children know how to be safe in and around the water. Replace old drain covers with anti-entrapment, anti-entanglement covers. Make sure all drains are covered and screws and bolts are secure. When possible, replace old drainage systems with newer anti-entrapment systems. Those are all objects that make the pool a safer place. Here's how to make your children safer with skills. Choose a nationally certified swimming instructor who teaches water safety besides swimming skills. Expect the teacher-student ratio to be 1:5 or less, and check certifications. Make sure the instructor will teach how to get out of the water even when there are no steps or ladders. Make sure the child learns to turn around and grab the wall. There is no instinct when it comes to saving yourself from drowning. Safety must be taught. It has to be practiced and learned. You can learn and practice CPR, take a water safety class, use the buddy system, and never swim alone. Make sure your children know there must always be an adult in the pool with them for safety. Teach them never to play near drain openings. Remember, the best method of safety is direct adult supervision. Other children, no matter how mature and responsible they are, can easily be distracted and leave other youngsters alone. Make sure you have a responsible adult designated to watch at all times children are in or near the water. Despite all the precautions taken, sometimes emergencies do happen. Recognizing when someone is in trouble and knowing how to properly respond is the final critical layer to making your pool safer. You have only a few seconds to decide what to do, so you want to be prepared. There are some specific ways people drown. Most people expect drowning to look like this. This is a distressed swimmer. Without help, this swimmer will panic. Once panic sets in, the distressed swimmer may become an active drowner. Active drowners often stretch their arms straight out to the side and splash only with their hands and wrists. They are incapable of kicking and can concentrate only on getting air. They cannot call out for help. Another form of drowning is passive. A passive drowning victim may suffer a sudden and catastrophic illness such as a heart attack or stroke, or in the case of a child, may accidentally breathe in water or play to the point of exhaustion. These victims lose consciousness and just slip under the water and drown. Even the casual observer often thinks the passive drowner just went under the water to cool off or to play. Most people don't even realize the seriousness of the situation until it's too late. They're distracted or let other activities intrude on the job of watching the pool. Everyone thinks everyone else is watching, but no one really is. Once you recognize someone's in trouble, your first reaction may be to jump in, but stop. Remember, reach, throw, don't go. If you can't swim yourself, jumping in after your child can only compound the problem and double the tragedy. Let's try that again. Reach, throw, don't go. Look around. Find a long pole such as a skimmer, brush, or shepherd's hook. If the child is conscious, he can grab the end of the pole and be pulled to safety. Call out to him, get his attention, tell him to grab hold. Remember, most drownings happen within 3 feet of safety. If a person is close to the side, you can use a reaching assist by extending your arm or leg or any long object. Teach your children, even small children, to reach, throw, don't go. If a swimmer gets trapped in a drain opening, know where the pool pump's on-off switch is located and be prepared to turn it off. If it won't shut off, kick or beat the pipe until it breaks to stop the suction and release the swimmer. If the child is unconscious, first call 911 or your local emergency number, and then use the big end of the pole to scoop them up. Pull them to the side or get them to the shallow end where you can safely get in and lift them out. A drowning happens in seconds. A victim, underwater, not breathing, has only a few minutes before brain damage begins to occur. It happens in unexpected places like rain swales and animal drinking troughs. It happens at unexpected times like family gatherings and nap time. It happens without a sound. Your layers must always be working to prevent a tragedy.
Our life was basically normal until Bo had an accident. It was a pretty severe accident. Babysitter was watching him for about an hour and a half, and she fell asleep. He was found 2 houses away from our house in a pool.
Most unintentional injuries treated in hospital emergency departments result in less than 5% of patients being admitted overnight. But 10 times that many drowning patients are hospitalized. Many victims suffer lifelong disabilities. Prevention is critical. A drowning situation is something we hope you never encounter. Now, go build your layers of protection and enjoy a safer home, safer neighborhood, and safer family. For more information or details on the layers of protection discussed in this video, go to www.ndpa.org.